It's coming up next.
Get a great deal more than a great deal at the Hyundai Season of More event. Get the Elantra with 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash or lease for $149 a month. Hurry in today.
4 big stories. Shots fired outside the Westfield Montgomery Mall. A deadly crash with a pregnant woman in critical condition. A teen trapped under a tour bus on the National Mall. And a deadly standoff at a veteran's home ending minutes ago.
ABC 7 News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
First at 11 o'clock, we do begin with that breaking news out of Northern California, where the hostage standoff at a California veterans home in Yountville, California, has ended tragically.
The gunman and his 3 hostages dead tonight. And Michelle Marsh is here with the details on how this all unfolded. Michelle.
That's right, guys. A news conference just wrapped up a few minutes ago, and police confirmed the 3 women held hostage for several hours are now dead. It all unfolded at a veterans home in the Northern California town of Yountville. It is one of the largest facilities for veterans in the country. Police say a man wearing body armor and armed with a semi-automatic rifle stormed into the home during a going-away party. Law enforcement surrounded that home and had no communication with him since this morning. They did exchange gunfire for a short time. Officers do know the identity of the gunman, but have not released his name or the names of the victims. They say they don't know what motivated him to do this. We, of course, will stay on top of the story and bring you updates as soon as they're available. Nancy?
All right, Michelle, thank you.
We're also following breaking news from Montgomery County. Gunshots ringing out at Westfield Montgomery Mall on a busy Friday night. Heather Graff live now with what we know in this investigation so far. Heather, what happened?
Well, Jonathan, certainly a scary scene for people who were coming and going from the mall at about 6:30 this evening when this all happened. It took place not far from the Macy's, you see just behind me. And while no shoppers were hurt, we can tell you that several parked cars were hit by gunfire. And we're going to zoom in to give you a look at one of those cars. I want to draw your attention to this green SUV, and you can see the plastic covering the window of that SUV. That is because a bullet hole and a shattered window were the result of this shooting here tonight. Montgomery County Police say this started as an argument between a group of people that escalated, and one of them pulled out a handgun and started shooting. Witnesses heard as many as 4 shots, and then police say 2, possibly 3 suspects ran away from the scene. At this point, police say they have not identified or located any victims. Instead, they're working closely with local hospitals to see if anyone turns up with a gunshot wound. They also worked closely and quickly with mall employees tonight to make sure everyone inside was safe.
Obviously, our first priority was the mall and the people inside of it. Some of the stores took their own initiative, went on lockdown by themselves, but we had opened up lines of communication with them, and were able to put the rest that the suspects have fled the scene.
So again, a close call for the owner of this SUV who was inside the mall and was not hurt when this shooting took place. Outside of those voluntary lockdowns, a couple stores inside the mall did. The mall stayed open as this investigation took place. Tonight, we can tell you detectives are reviewing surveillance video here at the mall in hopes of identifying the suspects. Live tonight in Bethesda, Heather Graff, ABC 7 News.
Heather, thank you. And a search for answers tonight after a deadly crash involving a DC fire truck. That truck hitting a car, sending it up onto a sidewalk, hitting a pregnant woman. And now the driver of that car dead, the pregnant woman in critical condition, and a firefighter also hurt. Jay Korf has the latest details.
I'm heartbroken, more than heartbroken. I'm devastated.
Some 6 hours had passed since the fatal crash at 12th and Rhode Island in Northeast.
When I saw the car, prayers immediately went up.
When Chinna Penniman and Debbie Ballard-Rias randomly walked by.
When I came around the corner, I didn't know what was going on, and when I saw, all I could say was, oh my God.
Friday night, D.C. police cleared what was left of a crash devastating in scope. Fire officials say earlier in the day, Engine 26, responding to an emergency call, went through this intersection with the green light, T-boned a gold car, killing that car's driver.
And just knowing that the person's not going to make it home
how blessed we are just to stand here, and I have to pray for the family because I'm going home to mine.
A second car sustained minor damage and a firefighter sustained minor injuries. But authorities also say that when the gold car went up onto the sidewalk, it hit and critically injured a pregnant pedestrian.
I will pray for her baby and also for the well-being of her. And maybe it was meant for each one of us here to see this, so now that we can be cautious of driving.
Now back live outside D.C. Police Headquarters. The investigation at this hour continues. The identity of the victim has not been released. Reporting live in the district, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.
Also breaking tonight, a teen with serious injuries after being hit by a bus on the National Mall. Now, this happened right by the MLK Memorial. DC Fire and EMS say that the 14-year-old had to be rescued after getting trapped under the bus and pinned. The teenager was flown to the hospital, is now listed in critical condition.
A Secret Service officer and a 15-year-old with nothing in common murdered just 3 months apart. And today, 19-year-old Maurice Bellamy found guilty of first-degree murder in both cases. Tonight, new video here of the moments after he shot and killed that teenager on a metro platform in an unprovoked attack. Those gunshots ringing out in front of Devontae Washington's mother. She then began to chase the man who had just pulled the trigger, and that mother speaking today after that guilty verdict was handed down.
I did look at the video and I noticed after this happened, you were right there. You took off after the shooter. Tell us what were your thoughts at that point? How do you?
Oh, I don't even know. It was a reaction. He just took my baby's life, so I just wanted to catch him. I didn't want him to get away.
That shooting coming 3 months after Bellamy murdered Arthur Baldwin, an off-duty Secret Service officer, as he sat in a car in Southwest D.C. Bellamy is expected to receive a life sentence when he's sentenced in July.
There are new developments to share with you tonight and a challenge from the NRA to a new gun law that was just signed into law in Florida. Governor Rick Scott signing legislation today to raise the age from buying a firearm from 18 to 21. Hours later, the NRA filing a federal lawsuit arguing that the law violates the constitutional rights of adults under the age of 21. The new law comes in reaction to last month's deadly shooting at a Florida high school. And along with the age restrictions, the law also allows some school staff and teachers to carry guns if they're qualified and if they want to. It also requires a 3-day waiting period to buy a gun. All right, let's switch gears now. Storm watch tonight as a possible third nor'easter is targeting the East Coast. Snow leading to this chain reaction crash on Interstate 94 in Michigan. What a mess. 40 to 50 cars got into this thing. A similar problem in New York. This was just south of Syracuse. At least 15 vehicles, including tractor trailers, involved in accidents that shut down Interstate 81 southbound.
And good evening, everyone. Yeah, our chances continue to lessen for our snow late Sunday night and into Monday. We're going to talk about that coming up in just a bit. We're very quiet out there tonight, not just here in the D.C. metro and the region, but around the mid-Atlantic. There is some rain and snow showers back here through parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, and western sections of Virginia, where there's actually a winter weather advisory that's posted overnight in this area up until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That should stay off to our south. Our temperatures tonight, that's the story. We're dropping down below freezing for everybody. We'll go about 32 degrees at 6 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, we're at 39. You're heading on out to the Rock and Roll Marathon tomorrow morning. Going to be chilly, going to be dry. We'll break down your hour-by-hour forecast right through the weekend coming up here in a couple of minutes.
All right, Bill, thank you. And family and friends mourning a Fort Washington couple tonight. Harry Proctor and his wife Clara, ages 75 and 80, died in a fire at their home overnight. And firefighters, they are calling this a worst-case scenario. Hoarding conditions throughout the house